What's going on, y'all? Text Podcast Summit to 33777.
And that's right. And be at Midtown Tech Hive, 6 p.m., April 18th. See you there.
See y'all there. I'm trying to tell you, Brittany.
Okay. See the way my space in my phone is.
You said you got space for bloopers.
I gotta reserve it for real footage.
For real footage, none for bloopers. Those be you talking about. Those be the real things right there.
It do though. I be loving those. So he probably had a plan. I'm gonna have to figure it out.
Hey, listen, all part of documentary.
I still got like 28 days to bring it back.
There we go. Listen. Oh yeah. You still got time to resurrect that joint. Nah, that's what's up.
I do.
Shoot, because documentary, just pull up experience documentary. Don't worry, coming.
Yes,
that's coming.
Good.
Oh yeah, it's going. Who I want to play me. I think Michael B. Jordan might can play me or something like that, or the kid who plays smart guy. TJ, have him play me. Yeah,
I forgot about him.
We might have that.
Wow.
We just go on. Yeah. The hair. Hey, Kevin Gates said he said I'm not light skinned. He said I'm bright skinned. He said that's what I am. I'm rocking with that. I ain't light skinned anymore. I'm bright skinned. So.
Hey, you know everybody call me that anyway.
There we go.
That my nickname is like bright.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna rebrand now. We ain't light skinned no more. We bright now.
That's true. We might as well just own it. Just take it and own
it.
Screw it.
And listen, we just go. We haven't even started. We didn't do no entries. Right into it. Why not? Right.
Right. I mean, sure. We just having a conversation.
That's right.
It's just flowing.
Absolutely. And then listen, y'all called the tail end when this all. We just been sitting here waiting for our guests. We was like, we need to be recording. You know what I'm saying? So this is a great segue because if we ain't Brittany, we be talking. We just be talking. We be talking about relationships. We talk about everything. We talk dating and like post dating since divorce.
It's divorce. Life after
divorce is real. It's real. And like I proposed to Brittany. I said to her, "Do you think that since being divorced, has your mindset or has your tolerance level changed?"
Mm-hmm.
Or how will you say the degree of men have changed?
You know what? I'm gonna say that I've been blessed to have men that have been nothing but gentlemen. I haven't had no craziness like some of the other females I've had to deal with. Mm-hmm. But when I tell you, yes, for me, that changed everything. It changed the game by having went through that marriage, got through.
Your discernment is strong.
Woo, so strong. And I pray for it every morning, so I don't know why I be so shocked that God be like, okay, that's what you pray for, so here you go, you're gonna get it. And I just be like, no.
The cutout game
it's just too strong. And I be feeling so bad, because I be like, dang, Brittany, did you really give him a try? But I just feel like if I keep letting myself settle, then I'm just going back into the same pattern as before.
Oh yeah. No, that's good. That's good. And this is and y'all, shout out to my therapist. You haven't watched the episode. That's episode 1.
Ooh.
I forgot. But y'all watch it. She's phenomenal. Yeah, 170 something or 160 something. Yes.
Yeah, I think 160 something.
Yeah, but I was in therapy the other day, and relationships came up, and I know for me, as a man in 2024, I feel the same. Like my tolerance level has changed since then, right?
Yeah.
And not even the tolerance level. I would say for me, in my life, I'm looking for something particular. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, seriously.
Yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
Okay, so what is that particular? We want to know.
You want to know? Okay, that's funny. So once again, talk to my therapist. We had examined my past relationships, right? Mm-hmm. And no offense to past relationships or whatnot, but the dynamic was I provide for them, and I take care of them. And like my therapist, one of the things that we're working on is me being able to accept someone taking care of me. Not taking care of me, but accepting that, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not used to that. I'm used to taking care of someone else versus being taken care of, right? And not even just that, accept the love as a whole. It's a whole thing, right? I have no problem saying that because it's real. And we as men, and especially black men, I don't think we know to accept love as we should. And that's what I'm working on, right?
Okay.
But that, needless to say, I talked about one relationship in particular where the dynamic was different, the partnership.
Okay.
It wasn't that dynamic.
Right.
It was more so it was poured into each other.
Yeah.
And it's a reason why that relationship stuck a chord with me, or not even stuck a chord with me. I generally think it was the only experience I could say the close thing I know love. Right, and since then it's been like, okay, not saying everything's been compared to that. It's more so now I know there's a new standard to now.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying, to come to. Yeah. And I'll never forget, this old wise man told me something real. He said, Brandon, when everyone complicates this whole relationship thing, he said come down to two things. Chemistry and timing. Okay. If you think about it. Think about it though. And you think about it. Think about it. If you think about your past relationships, if you boil them down, like you be like, I didn't like him because of this, that, and the other. Chemistry. And or let's say you met somebody and their mindset wasn't where it needed to be. Timing.
That's true. Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
That's so true.
And I'm like, and like it didn't hit me. He told me this when I was like 19, and I'm 37 now.
Wow.
And it's just now coming around where, dang, he was so right.
He was.
Cause I think about, you know what I'm saying, ex-wife, exes or whatnot. I'm like, dang, it was the chemistry was off. I thought that what this was the chemistry, and it was just that burst of energy that we talked about before. Everything good in the beginning.
Strong.
But I think it's TJ, not TJ, it was, let me not say TJ. It was a black man in particular who said you should see someone in all 4 seasons.
Yeah.
Right?
Wait. Who did say that?
It was
somebody. I've heard that too.
It was somebody probably got canceled. We're not going to say the name.
Yeah.
But it doesn't change the fact that what they said was right, though.
It's true.
And when you get a chance to see, and we talked about this off camera, I was saying, like, where people always talk about, you wasted my time. I didn't waste your time. I was getting to know you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when we get to know you, unfortunately, I don't like what I found.
Yeah, seriously.
And there's no problem with that. I think that we in 2024, we have a hard time accepting rejection on both sides, not just male or female.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
And like I had to realize this, and I would be remiss to say like I have had my heart broken, you know. But in that, I maybe had to realize, like, okay, then obviously I wasn't what this person wanted. Right. And that's cool. There's no problem with that. Of course, it's going to sting at first, but then the realization comes in is, with that being separated, now you can now be close to what, you can get close to what actually is for you. Yeah, that's true. And if we view it that way, rejection won't feel as bad as it does. Yeah. You won't slash people's tires, scratching up. You know what I'm saying? Do all the crazy stuff on their Instagram, like... Right. You know what I'm saying? All that crazy stuff. You know? That's true. Yeah. So that's my take on it all. But I have a question for you, madam. Yes. So, and I guess this is a divorcee type of take, because we're both divorcees, right? True. Would you say that your, not saying tolerance, but your taste in men has changed since being divorced from before you were divorced or whatnot? I mean, of course you were younger then, but once again. That's true. Well, that's a good question, because you know what? I watched the episode where Sierra and Russell, I think it was one of their Instagram lives, and they just basically told their whole love story and blah, blah, blah. And they explained, especially for Russell, where he had like his five non-negotiables. And that always stuck with me, because I was like, wow, that does make sense, because I did say with my second time around, and prayerfully my last, my future husband has to be everything that I need and more. And I can't just settle for 3 out of 5. I just can't settle for 4 out of 5. It's got to be all 5. And so far, what I've been experiencing with my dating life is that either they're not as attractive as I would like. That's the chemistry part. Or time-wise, because they don't have their finances together. Like, just even a little bit for me to work with. Like, I'm not saying they have to have it all the way together. You got to be a millionaire. You got to be fine. Like, I'm not saying those unrealistic expectations. Okay. But you got something, you know. And I just know that, yes, being a divorcee and going in this whole dating world, like, I am very picky. I'm very particular this time of what I'm willing to accept. And I have got to, even in the dating, stop feeling like, I feel like I'm like pity dating. Elaborate for the audience, because like, I, as a man, I'm like, is that a thing? Like, have I ever been P Diddy before? Like, dang.
Well, you know what? The guys are the hunters, though. So it's not like it gives the female the opportunity to really be like,
this is 2024.
Oh yeah, he must have saw me looking at him from across the room. Like, it's not like that. I've been approached by some guys where it's like, oh, okay, you know, I'm just so sweet and passive. I'm like, sure, you can have my number. And it's just like, oh, yeah, you don't call me, or you know. And then I was recently going to date.
You gotta be reassessing like, dang, did I give my number out to someone? It was like, let me make sure.
Now you can tell if a woman genuinely though is feeling you, but I did have one guy where he really did have to kind of like grow on me. I had to ask my girlfriends. I'm like, I'm really not feeling it. And somebody even told me there's some research study that says that sometimes, I think it's like 30% of the time, that the looks will come later for the female. And I'm like, okay, so I'm just going with the flow. And eventually it did come, but it's just, I don't know. Then he
Let me make sure I'm hearing you straight. You mean to tell me you weren't initially attracted to the guy, and that later on because I've known guys who are not the most attractive, but they would tell me straight up because I made her laugh. You know what I'm saying? I got her. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang, all right, okay, all right. And I get personality can trump a lot of different things.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It can.
Like, I've heard plenty of women talk about, you know what I'm saying? If a man teaches me something, that's all I need. Okay, all right. And I was in church, the pastor said something, and I'll never forget it. He said, get what you like.
That's true.
Don't never settle for anything less, because
you
don't want your eye wandering. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
If you like big women, get you a big girl.
Yeah.
If you like skinny women, get you a skinny woman.
That's
you know what
true.
I'm saying? Because you don't want to be you over here with your girl. You like. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa.
Right. Yeah, and I'm not going to lie, it was like that with one of the guys I was dating. Like, my eye was wandering. And that's when I just, like, I gotta cut this off. I gotta cut this off. Like, and I knew better. I said I wasn't gonna do it again. I still did it. So 2024. This is my reset. I'm not doing that no more.
Okay. All right.
I've learned.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Okay, so I got all the questions. You know, I stay with questions. There's nothing else I'm known for. I stay with questions.
Carrying that load? Drop the house. Gutter Properties will buy your house as is with offers up to $300,000. Need serious repairs, liens, taxes, or judgments? We'll work through your unique situation to get that house off your back. During your free, no-obligation appraisal, we maintain social distancing and take every precaution to ensure your experience is safe. Drop the house. Gutter Properties. Call us or visit gutterproperties.com.
So let me ask you this. So, okay. How I want to work this? I'm going to make sure I want to get canceled. I feel like we in cancel time. I want to get canceled. Let me make sure I word this perfectly.
Right.
I'll come back to that. All right. Because we said something on camera, and then you said that was something good. And that's something I heard. The young lady was talking about when it comes to dating. Women start off at 100%. Like, we're talking about, like, when two people meet, the woman is already at 100. She already had this thought or this image of this person, right? Because they talked and I don't know what goes on. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a woman, so I don't know.
Seriously, I've been.
You've been there.
In that situation where I'm just, but I do it. I'm so slick with it. I do it on the sly. So you really don't know. Like, you can't read me as well.
We'll come back to that. But the thing was, the women start off at 100, right? And the man starts off at 0. So as they're talking or dating, a woman, as the more she gets to know the man, he pee on the side of the toilet 90%. He got 12 kids, 10%. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes down, right? Versus men, we don't come like, and I felt this one. We start resilient, and then as we get to know the woman, it grows. Versus women, as the more they know, it decreases or whatnot.
That's true.
And it literally just blew my mind. I'm like, that's so crazy.
I know.
That's so crazy. Because like I do not go on expectations. I'm not thinking about, you know, having kids with this person right away. I'm not thinking about, we're going to get, you know what I'm saying, this and the other. It's like, let me get a chance to know you as a person.
Yeah.
And then let's get to that realm, right?
That's true.
But the fact you confirmed it, and the fact you said I played it off. So wait, is that a thing? Is that like? Cause I mean, it makes sense because as a woman, you want to have that idea of future, because you know what I'm saying. Especially when you're intention is to get married. So I get that.
Right.
I get
Absolutely.
that. But even though my intention is, I am dating to get married.
Right.
But, with the but on there. But with that being said, I'm still not going in with expectation like, I want to meet her mom.
Yeah.
What is her dad like?
True.
What is her favorite ice cream? I'll ask her questions. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
I was going to say, yeah. Well, I think that is definitely, for most women, because there are some women that just really just going to just throw it out there and let it be known, like, I really like you, I want us to be there, they're just really just aggressive. Yeah, no, I don't think that's really attractive about that, so cut it out if you're doing that.
God bless you.
But I will say that for us other women that be more subtle, be more discreet with it, we just, in our minds, or with our little girlfriends, like, girl, I think it could be them blind.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. My bad, y'all.
So we be already like, yeah, like, we can have those 2 kids, we can have a house on the hill, da-da-da-da. So we will be already kind of mapping out our life with you because, we just so amazed at the beginning. And then you're right, as the little things start peeking out, you start realizing you got, like, anger issues, or he don't get along with his mom, or don't have the best relationship with her. It's like, you start to kind of like, it do start to be like, I don't know anymore, girl.
But let me ask you this. So with that being said, let's say, because I've asked instances when I would have told the young lady, I don't think this is going to work out.
Yeah.
And they, to me, or not even to me, they would tell me how much they were hurt behind it. And I'd be thinking about, like, how are you hurt behind that? If I let you know what time it is, not what time it is, but like I've been upfront about this and the other. So why is it hurting? And now I see why, because you've already planned this life, or you planned this image of us together, and because that's no longer here, now the hurt is here. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, now it makes sense to me. It's like, cause I'm like, girl, we're on 3 days.
Well, we be catching, just us girls be catching the feelings real quick.
That's crazy.
And,
that's crazy. That's crazy, but let me.
Right. It's shocking.
It's shocking, yeah.
It's very shocking. But yes, me too. And, we do be butthurt, for real. Because, if we really, really was feeling the guy and we thought we were on the same page. Like, we was on the same page, and we rocking this boat together. And then you get the devastating, like, shocker that, like, I just really think we should be friends. And I was like, what? Like, where'd that come from? For some, it may catch them off guard. Maybe others, they didn't see the signs. I don't know. But, yeah, it can be. I don't like rejection. I know I don't like rejection.
No, we listen about camera. I know for a fact, y'all women, y'all don't like rejection at all, because I've been called gay. I done been told my mama is some words. I'm like, damn, not my mama. I'm like, wow, yeah, I'm like, not my mama. My mama, I love you, mama, if you're watching this.
Yes, we love.
But yeah, I've heard like, and it to me, it always is like, I say it's never that serious, but there's more people out here.
Yeah, right. But you know what? I think it also comes because there's more men, though. There's more women in the world than there's men, so it's slim pickings to get like a good quality man. So when we feel like we found him, we don't want to let go. It becomes a little harder. So I will say that. So you guys, y'all got, sky's the limit for y'all. Y'all got plenty full of beautiful women to choose from. Some good, some not so good.
Hey, shout out to Dr. Umar. He is a guy. He is a character. And he was talking about the science behind the poly. What do you call it? The poly thing is like blowing up, and
really? Is it?
I didn't know it was such a thing. Like, it's a real thing. Like, I've
seen some episodes on the TLC,
and it's like
it's real. Huh?
But listen, and then he put the science behind it. We put the science behind it. He was saying like scientifically speaking, if there is, he was saying, because sperm is so many sperm we can produce. Like 30 men can repopulate the earth. That's what he's saying, right? So he's saying, scientifically speaking, there's no need for being monogamous, right? So he was saying that because of that, innately in man, the idea of being with one woman is not scientifically possible per se, right? That's what you're saying. You just put a sign on it, right?
Okay.
And like, put that aside or whatnot.
Right.
As we are in 2024, my question to you: do you feel like being monogamous, having one person for the rest of your life, do you feel like in the age of social media, all this craziness, do you think it's harder now to be with one person for your life versus the alternate?
Yeah. Ooh, yeah, you know what? Social media is doing a great job.
It is doing a fantastic job. It is making us feel like relationship. And you know what? And not even just that, the idea of option. Everyone feels like there's a better option out there for them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like, I have seen some great relationships I thought I idolized. I'm like, they're divorced or they're oh my goodness.
I too have been in that same boat where it's like, oh no, like I prided myself on, some of them, like, oh my gosh, they waited till marriage to, to have sex and and burst the bubble,
Yeah, no, listen. So like it's like yeah. And I'm going to talk from a man point of view. Like I believe it's possible, and like I don't know about everyone else. I don't like dealing with multiple people. That's just me. It's a headache and a half. It's no point in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
But it makes it hard for me because with me only want to deal with one person, and then when it's not, I feel like it's no longer. Not saying conducive because that sounds so cold and calculated, but when the chemistry's not there, because like I said, that first burst, oh yeah, everything's cool, but then come month 2, month 3, I got a chance to see for, like you said, the anger issues, see how you conduct yourself in this type of situation, and not like I'm testing you, I'm just seeing it for what it is.
That's right.
So when that time comes, and the first thing, you just wasting my time, Madam. We both had the same 24 hours. Like, I wasted my time too in that sense too. Like I didn't mean to waste your time.
Right, but how else would you know if you don't spend the time? Yeah,
exactly. So it's like, for me, it's like it's kind of hard in that aspect. It's like, well, shoot, I might just date them all then. You know what I'm saying? In that sense, because like if I'm taking my time to get another person and it don't work out, well, then I got this one over here.
That's true.
But I'm old. I don't have time to remember this one's name, this one's favorite color, and then this one doesn't like this. I don't have time for it. So I'm guessing in my mind, I'm like, how do I find a solution to this problem?
Right. That's exactly where I'm at too. But you know what? Social media definitely, I don't know, and it's I don't know if it's influencing the women to feel like they have to do these things because they seem happy to be like, oh yeah, me and my man, we have an open relationship. We do this and we do that, and I'm like,
Brittani, I didn't know. It's crazy to me, these women who are outwardly saying like, I ain't gonna say her name, but she literally said, I invited the women into our relationship and whatnot, which to me is crazy to me.
I mean, even in the celebrity world, you'll be surprised how many of them have this type of like concept. I mean, even with, speaking of Cardi B, I mean, she used to openly say that she was willing to have women to, come in and they can, have fun with her, da-da-da-da. And I just think I think that's a setup for failure, though, because your relationship, your marriage will not sustain off of that, because I think that I'm old school like you. I think it should just be one person, one and one. Monogamy. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it is still a great, solid foundation for relationship, for marriage, for family, so that your children can have that wholesome households. So I just think it just confuses things, and social media does a great way of brainwashing and making it seem like it's just this fantasy fairy tale when it's really not, though. I feel like you're gonna find you're gonna have a stalker on your hands. What if homegirl don't want to let go of your man?
I've heard that. I read one with a girl. They invite a girl over. She bring her kid over. And I'm like, you seen that? That's crazy, right? And it's just like you said, that's like inviting the devil to your home. I feel like, because like you said, like, even though you think you're controlling the environment, you're controlling that space, you're still inviting a whole other person into your bedroom, which is all, in my opinion, is all. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But we'll bring back to my initial question: is like, in 2024, is monogamy even possible? Not even possible, but can it sustain in? It's only getting worse. Have you seen those Apple Vision things? Man.
Somebody was telling me about them.
Man, we in a whole nother age.
They like $3,000, ain't they?
Like $3,000. Oh yeah. Oh, but like to be able to not have to interact with other people, like people are getting their fixations.
Yeah. Satisfied
through that. You know what I'm saying? So it's making less for interaction. So in the age of that, you got Tinder, you got this poly thing, you got people feel like they got options, and like you said, back to that other thing, like. Now, I believe that no one should ever settle, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, flip it. You should have realistic expectations, too.
That's true.
Like, do not come in, like you said, like, I would never say to a woman, I need you to be this height, this weight, this education, or whatever, right?
The status and finance.
Yeah, no, right. Because to me, that's not one, not realistic, but at the same time, doesn't give you room to even. That just is. I feel like it's crazy.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's just me, right?
Yeah.
But I like. I was in church with the pastor. Shout out to church. Go to church. You want to learn more about relationships, right? But the pastor's on real. He said you should never date potential too, right?
Okay.
Or just stick with someone who has potential, right?
Yeah.
Like. True. Now I got a question for you, because now for women, I feel like for men it's different from women versus. You know, other way around, right?
True.
In 2024, do you date potential? You know what I'm saying? But the flip side of dating potential, you get let down easily too, because like potential, that means they have to rise to the occasion, right?
Yeah, that's true. And I don't want to date. I don't want to date potential because I've tried that, and I'm very impatient in a sense. I've been told this from many exes, so I guess it must be true.
It must be true.
It must be true. The common denominator is me. I don't have the patience for it, so that's why I said that I feel like mine would have to at least show. I guess to a certain degree, yes, but mostly no. So I'm gonna say it like this. So I had this one guy that I was, dating, and we didn't really have the looks compatible because he didn't have. He wasn't the same person that I remember from back in the day. He had, packed on pounds or whatever. And it was hard for me to see. It was hard for me to visualize, So I kept in my mind just trying to remember what they used to look like and everything. And I'm like, he's like, oh, I work out at the gym. Okay. And I have a few workouts. They showing me the picture. I'm like, oh, okay, go for you. Good for you, good for you. But I'm just like, I don't think I can wait. It's going to take him a minute. And I'm not trying to be superficial, but it goes back to you gotta date what you like. You gotta get what you like. You gotta get what you like from the jump, and I think that it can just get better.
Get better,
gooder and gooder, like
gooder and gooder. That's right, Brittany. Get gooder and gooder. That's right.
From there, okay. I'm done with
potential.
Trying to date the potential.
I got you.
Yeah. Now, but on the flip side of that, I'll work with a guy that maybe he has business ventures that he's, seeking after, and he's actually put in the work, and I can see that he's moving and making the moves to make it happen. And that's different because you might be good at, you might have everything in this area, and we got to just work on what you're trying to work on as far as your business venture and building your most strengths. Like that's gonna come with time. But some things it got to be the here and now.
Some things can't you now, even with a given time, it won't happen in certain aspects. I feel it. No, and I think for men it's different because I don't think we date for potential. But as a man, I feel like men should always have a standard too, because I learned the hard way. A big butt and a smile cannot raise your kids, and that's real.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? Because true. We live in an age where, you know what I'm saying, having a butt is dominant. They give them out every day, right?
Listen.
But when you're sick, when you're down. not feeling the best self, can she speak life into you?
Yeah.
Can she help motivation in those moments when you don't feel your best self? Those are the things that matter.
That's true.
In my opinion. So,
deep.
you know what I'm saying? Like, the heart of the person. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone, like I said, everyone's good in the beginning, but when things ain't going your way, like, or when turmoil happens, like, it's going to happen. That's life. How does this person react to those moments? And as a man, it has to be deeper than just the physical.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, and intellectually speaking, I don't know about you, Brittany, but I'm sucking for good conversation.
Me?
And not just good conversation, but like hit me to something I wasn't hip to.
Yeah. School me on some things.
School me on some things. Yes. Right. Because if we just talking about service level stuff, which I'm good with that too. But at the same time, it's like, let's go a little bit deeper.
Absolutely.
Right. So
you got to go past surface at some point or another. Yeah. You're going to lose interest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I know I will.
No, that's facts.
I do appreciate a guy that can show me some things, teach me some things, introduce me to some things that I, had no even idea about. Like, I really would appreciate that, and really that would, I feel like in a relationship that should be what it is. It should be a give and take. It should be a, some things you're going to be better in or stronger in, and some things I'm going to be better and stronger in, but we bounce off of each other. We find different things out. We learn different things, and it's like, oh, okay. And I think that what keeps it interesting. It keeps it spicy. That keeps it, like, real nice, you know?
No, that's real. So let me ask you this. Okay. That's a good question, because, like, do you believe in opposite attractive, or do you feel like there should be fundamental core values you both should share, and then branch off from that? Because have you dated someone who's similar to you and found out, like, oh, yeah, this is not where it's at? You know what I'm saying? Or are you know what I'm saying? Like, for you in your experience.
I seem to always attract the opposite of me. There was one guy, because he was much, 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 much older than me, that
I
had to.
That was a lot of munches in there.
It was many years, okay? He was my granddaddy, okay?
No.
Literally, somebody's
granddaddy.
I was like, so that already freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because, you think future, us women, we think of future already. And I'm like, I gotta be already somebody's grandmother, and my kids are still teenagers. Like, okay,
Grandma
I don't
Brittany.
know, right? I don't know if this is gonna work out, but we gonna see, But, I had just one guy that, he was able to teach me some things because of him being so much older. He had a little bit more wisdom. He was able to kind of, school me on, especially like the business world and, how to avoid different pitfalls. This is before I even thought about entrepreneurship for myself, though. Okay. You know what I mean? So it stuck with me, and it definitely showed. But for the most part, I seem to always attract opposites. I feel like I'm always the person that kind of got to be like the teacher. And I really be praying to God that he can send me somebody that I don't want to be the teacher all the time. I want to learn from you too. I don't want to always be the one teaching. Like, so, yeah, pray for me.
Oh, listen. So maybe you, like you said, maybe not granddaddy, but you know what I'm saying? You see a little bit of the salt and pepper in the hair. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We might do it like, it's too late for February. We don't do another day again. We'll do it with the sweetest days.
Oh, yeah. That'll be interesting.
That'll be interesting. No.
Well, wait, I've always wanted to know this too. So I know that guys tend to go for the looks first, but have you ever had a situation where you saw the quality or the inner character, like the characteristics of the woman, and that kind of let me see, what's the best word? It basically was,
what are you saying?
Balance is more than the looks. So basically, she wasn't maybe like your type, per se on the physical attraction side, but the intellect was there, the good heart was there, the thoughtfulness and attention. Like she checked every box except for maybe the
attractiveness.
Right.
No, because and this goes back to like the fundamentals. I feel like because as you know, men are very visual.
Right.
You know,
I just thought maybe there's some exceptions.
Yeah,
there's
no.
exceptions.
And the exceptions cannot be said on the podcast because it's stupid, but it's real. Because if a man says that he is dating a girl, but he never brings her around the family, it's only one reason for that. And it's not very kid friendly, and that's the unfortunate truth about it all.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Because like I said, all right, so I'm an old man. I keep on saying that. At 37, this is my thing. When it comes to finding someone that I want to be with, I have to be. I gotta be able to take her home with my mom. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Or around my friends. Now, if your friends tell you like, if you love it, I like it, you got a problem. Or if your uncle, you go to the cookout, your uncle's like, okay, nephew. Or you don't say that. If you don't say that, we got a problem.
He just give you the look.
Give you the look like, okay. No, you don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But flip side, I feel like you have to understand where you are. Like you can't be a 6 going for like a 10 in that aspect. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be all right. You can't be out here with this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but and then I feel like that, and this is just me. This ain't for everybody. This is me. With me, I know I'm gonna be out and about. I'm gonna be going to events, and I damn sure don't want to be like, "Oh, that's you, B? That's you, huh?" You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta explain to him like she got a good heart though. You know what I'm saying? Because like you know what I'm saying, not trophy wife type ordeal. That's not what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? But same thing for women. Like you don't want your girlfriends to be like you put in the group chat. And you know what? We don't talk about that. The group chat, man. y'all, I seen the group chat. I was like, oh my God. Oh my goodness. Like, y'all are ruthless in those group chats, man. And I'll be damned if I be in those group chats. And they're like, girl, is this it? This him? This is what you've been tripping over? Yeah, this what you talking about? Oh, hell no. But yeah, I don't want to, listen. So for me, I just know for me, I have to. Looks have to be where they have to be where they need to be at.
Yeah. And
everything else is cherry on top.
Okay.
It's added a feature.
Okay. All
But
right.
once again, it can't be the only thing though.
Yeah, of course.
Oh yeah, it can't be the only thing. Because if that's the case, then it's definitely nah. Now, if I had a choice between someone who look good but have no personality and have no morals, or someone who have morals, personality but no looks, I'm gonna choose that because I can't be someone that at the end of the day I look at him like because the fact you have any morals will make her look not attractive.
That's right. It'll bring you down.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Down.
But flip side, if I'm angry at her, I need to be like when I'm angry at her, she's fine. I'm like, I don't like you, but you fine. I need that too. So that's the flip side to it.
I know, and see, and that's why I think I've come to the conclusion I gotta stop settling. I gotta be able to have that too. Like,
yeah, you gotta be. You got to be.
We are. Look, y'all. We are deserving of having it all. Yeah. Do not settle. Like you said.
But be realistic.
And be realistic, okay? Don't be no 6 trying to go for 10.
Don't be praying that Sierra prayer talking about I'm looking for Russell. Russell coming. You can get Rusty.
Right. Rusty is what you call
right. You ain't gonna get Russell. I'm sorry.
Oh man.
That's funny. No, but hey, listen, and that's the crazy thing about 20. And I feel like as millennials or Gen Zers or whatever you are, it's just a crazy age that we're in. Like I was reading statistics, like marriage is going down.
Yes, I heard that.
Like they were asking millennials, do you prefer? You know what I'm saying? What do you know what I'm saying? Are you dating with intention to marry? And people are just saying like they don't see the value of getting married. They're like. They see a social contract. They see it as not something that lasts. All these things, like the negative commentary behind it. It's like, oh man. So then you got that, and like, if marriage ain't the goal, then what are we doing?
Yeah, that's where I get confused at, cause
I'm not gonna just have kids and we're gonna be living together forever.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. No, we're gonna have to have something, that is gonna be concrete that we can roll with and rock till the wheels fall off. And just me being a girlfriend for 20 years is not gonna be it.
Oh yeah, no, I feel that. I feel it. And like, and me being a man, like, I don't know. And and this is crazy because we both been married though. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So you think he'd leave a bad taste in my mouth, you know, especially because ours wasn't the prettiest.
Yeah, exactly. You would think like marriage.
Right. Right.
No, but and then you correct me wrong, but I know for marriage to be a dope thing, despite it having ended like it did, that with the right person could be a wonderful experience. Oh. Right. No. So like, and that both is like. Yeah, it wasn't the best, but you know what I'm saying? We know that with the right person, it could possibly be.
It can definitely be a fairy tale if we just do it right. And I think that's why we're so picky and so particular, and we have every right to be, because now we know what to watch out for. Yeah. And like you said, I mean, our cutoff game is strong, but would we rather drag it out for 6 months, 6 years? Or would we rather just pick it up at 6 weeks and be like, this isn't going to work. Yeah. You're a great person, just not the person for me, you know.
So we got to do a part 2 where he's talking about like how do you properly tell somebody like
I would love that episode. I think a lot of people could. That's a good topic. I'm gonna have to make sure we're gonna have to make sure that part 2 comes real soon because we need that.
No, we do because it's real. It's real because like you know what I'm saying, like being able to tell somebody in a not polite way but like in a way that it's gonna hurt regardless.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt regardless. But like at the end of the day. There's a way. I feel like there's a way you should handle it to where a person shouldn't feel jaded afterwards. Yeah. They don't feel. They don't. If you had genuine not feelings or like you know what I'm saying, like you feel a certain type of way, that's gonna happen. But there gotta be a way to be able to do it to where it's respectable and not through a text message.
Yeah.
Not through you know what I'm saying, ghost someone or whatnot. Because we so good at ghosting. Like it's now a real thing, and it's like
it is.
And like I'm gonna lie, like I used to be a ghoster, but I had to realize that that's not fair to that person. I wouldn't want it done to me.
It's not.
And you know what I'm saying? Like it's gotta be better ways to be able to handle it with. You know what I'm saying? Because people have feelings.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And like
feelings are valid.
I think about it like this. Like I feel like I don't know who put this in my head, but someone put it in my head. Like if the things you do to that or the wrong you do will come back, not maybe on you, but come back on your kids. And I'd be damned if your little boys. So goes to my daughters.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure I get it
right.
right.
That to my son. They're good boys. That's
right. That's right. No, but it was good. Listen, me and Brittany have some fire conversations, and I'm like, wait, we waiting. We
always do that.
And we like let's record it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad we called this. I'm glad you decided to pop on.
Come on now.
Let's get going.
Come on now. It's gonna be a fire episode. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to say this your joy. So you sign off. I don't know how you do it.
Well, y'all already know this is a great episode. Share, like, subscribe, and of course, until next time, let's make a change.
Peace, y'all. That was good.
All right.